In my 30s, I worked at the Lawrence County Detention Center in Lawrence, South Carolina. My role was to make sure the inmates were following protocol and that their needs were met. Out of the few women, I was the one that would walk down that corridor when they would say to us, they had a headache. I took that time, I walked down that corridor, and I gave them some Tylenol. When they said they were cold, I took that time, I walked down that corridor, and I gave them a blanket. Not only that, on the other side of this cell, because I wasn't allowed to go inside, I was on the other side of that cell. Every trip I made, I stopped and I talked. We had chats. We talked about better decision making. We talked about different type of jobs, possibilities, opportunities. At night, other type of officers came in. These guys, they were called deputy sheriffs. They had guns. They had badges. They looked different than mine. These guys had been to and graduated from the police academy. And when they would come in at night, they would walk down that same hallway, shoulders high. They went inside the cell. See, they were sworn in officers. They'd been to the police academy. They graduated. They would go inside, check for safety, make sure the inmates are all doing okay, and face-to-face have conversations with these inmates. And I said, that's what I want to do. That's my purpose. I pitched that idea to my sheriff. He thought that was a great idea. Off to the police academy I went. That's right. That was very overwhelming. Very challenging. Look, at any given moment, you could be sent home, never to come back. If you held a gun wrong, you were sent home. If you got a low grade on your test, you were sent home. We had 310 classmates in my class. 7 of them were women. 5 of us graduated. I returned to my county as the very first Black female officer in that county. And I was the only female officer. But I got to do what I wanted to do. I patrolled in my car, I drove down them streets, I stopped. I got out, I went on porches and talked to the residents. I talked to the store owners. My favorite was to talk to the children on the corners, you know? School, I ain't doing school. Talk about change, different opportunities for them. Life-changing ideas. You know, this is what we did. So one day, I'm patrolling the city, and I receive a call from dispatch requesting that I report to the station. I get there, he's waiting outside. He says to me, I have this 8-year-old boy that I need you to transport to the youth detention center. He goes on to tell me that this boy is dangerous. He said, I recommend that you put him in the back seat and handcuff him. Click, click. And all of a sudden, this little, tiny, timid-looking little boy comes out, this little Black boy. He comes out, and I say, hi. And he doesn't even say anything, like he don't know what he's saying. He don't know what's going on. But what I did was I said, you know what? I said, I took Taekwondo. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I said, so when I'm in the community, I'm out there, I can defend myself. So I made a conscious decision while we're walking to that car. I said, you know what? I'm gonna put him in the front seat. I'm not gonna handcuff him. I can handle him. And what is that gonna do to him? What if this was my little boy? In the car we go, we're driving. And I say to him, why am I taking you to the detention center? He says, because I'm bad. That broke my heart. That broke my heart because I'm looking at this little 8-year-old boy. He's 8. He's Black. He's scared. He's not sure what's going on with him. Is this his end? Is this what he think his life is? He has no hope. There's no chance. This is it for me? I said, no, I gotta be a part of this change. I gotta talk to this kid. And I said to him, I said, listen, you're not bad. Nah, I said, you made a bad decision. And I said, what you're doing? I said, that's why I'm taking you to the detention center, but you're not bad. And I said, I wonder if they even thought about feeding him. So I'm riding down the street, I say, let's go in the store, and I bought him some food. I bought him a meal deal, 2 chili dogs, chips, and a soda. He looked at me like, wow, this is for me? I thought, well, if I am the first to do something like this, I'm grateful to be a part of that. But because of him, I was inspired to do the work that I do today. I work with children that struggle with emotional and behavioral needs. Some of my children lack effective social functioning skills. We put together treatment plans. We install goals. We help them reach those goals. This is what I do. This is my passion. It's what I love. Thank you.